Your TV news, if you still watch it, may be getting a massive makeover. Let's talk about the biggest acquisition in television history. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching HamShackTV. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Appreciate you coming in. Not a ham radio-related video, but a big newsmaker in the world of broadcasting. I want to talk about the Nexstar purchase of Tegna. In full disclosure, I'm a former employee of Tegna. I spent some time at their station in Knoxville, Tennessee, WBIR. No longer employed there, but at one point did have interest in Tegna, so I just want to lay that out there. Don't have any anymore. With that said, let's get into it. There are many markets, and in technical terms, those are called DMAs. There are several markets in the United States that have a Tegna station and a Nexstar station, and my market, my DMA, is one of them. So let's get into the details here. The Nexstar Tegna deal, and there's going to be a lot of references to Knoxville, but fill in the blank. If you have both Nexstar and Tegna in your market, fill in the blank. I'm just using my local market as an example. What this means for Knoxville. This is a $6.2 billion acquisition proposal. It impacts WATE TV6, which is the ABC affiliate, owned by Nexstar. WBIR TV Channel 10, which is an NBC affiliate owned by Tegna. WVLT Channel 8, which is owned by Gray. And WBXX, which is the CW affiliate owned by Gray as well. By the way, WVLT is a CBS affiliate. Let's go into some deep dive scenarios. So there's several things that could potentially happen, and I want to give out three key scenarios here. This is the biggest TV deal in decades. Nexstar will acquire Tegna at $22 a share. This will impact 265 television stations nationwide, and this will reach 80% of United States households. This promises about $300 million in cost savings. Now, regulatory roadblocks. Why is the FCC watching this closely? The national cap is 39% ownership. Nexstar and Tegna would equal an 80% reach. That's a huge number. Local duopoly rules, and when I say duopoly, that means owning two of the top four stations, do apply here in 35-plus markets. So 35-plus markets are like Knoxville and have both a Tegna station and a Nexstar station. The Department of Justice and the Federal Communications Commission are under pressure from Congress to review these type of things. Trump is trying to deregulatize stuff. This may be something that the FCC and the DOJ and even the SEC may actually approve. For my market, this is the local landscape. I already went over this. WATE TV6 is ABC, Nexstar. WBIR TV Channel 10 is a NBC. Tegna-owned station. WVLT CBS is Gray. WBXX Channel 20 is a CW and My Network TV affiliate for Gray. Now, scenario number one, a spinoff. The FCC forces a sale. So what that could mean is Nexstar could keep WATE and sell WBIR, or they could keep WBIR and sell WATE. I'm just speculating here. Again, I have no interest, financial interest that is, in the system here or with either station. However, what I would suspect is the most likely scenario, if scenario one were to play out, I believe that Nexstar would want to keep WBIR. Reason being, WBIR is the dominant number one and has been the dominant number one rated station for 30 plus years, 40 plus years maybe. Actually, maybe longer than that. It's just dominant. WBIR has always been at the top of the charts. WATE a long, long time ago was number one, but it's not even in my lifetime. If this were to happen, possible buyers could be Sinclair, Hearst, Coax, or others. Allen Media is currently being divested, so that's Allen Media's out. Trying to think of any others that may be at play. I don't know if Scripps is in the game yet or still or not, but I believe Sinclair, Hearst, or Cox could be prospects. The pros to this scenario is it would keep competition alive and protect jobs. The cons would be uncertainty and staff transition. So there are pros and cons to this whole scenario. Scenario number 2, and for my friends that still work at either station, this is not a good option. This is a scary option for friends of mine personally. It is possible that the FCC greenslights this deal. Nexstar at that time would own both WATE and WBIR. This would cause the potential for merged newsrooms and sales teams. This has happened in other markets. Let me give you an example. Chattanooga, Tennessee. WTVC, Channel 9, the ABC affiliate in Chattanooga, purchased, which is, by the way, a Sinclair station, as we were talking about Sinclair a minute ago. They purchased the Fox affiliate, WDSI. I don't know if WDSI still exists, but Sinclair now owns both the ABC and the Fox affiliate in the Chattanooga market. So this does happen. And what this might end up causing is a large amount of layoffs from either WATE or WBIR. Let me give you, let's use weather for example. WBIR has 4 meteorologists on air right now. Okay. WATE, at last check, had 3. The two stations do not need 7 meteorologists. So obviously there would be cuts there. That is if they merged operations and went under one umbrella. That's a possibility. You think of the newsrooms. They who knows how many reporters they've got. Probably between both stations, they've probably got 25 to 30 reporters. That's not necessary. They don't need all the news anchors that they have. So, yeah, you're going to see layoffs if this were to come into play. Let's go back to the slideshow here. The pros, if you want to call it that, are shared facilities and cost cuts. It may not be necessary for Nexstar to keep both buildings open in separate facilities. It may be more cost effective to consolidate them out of one building or build one super building and sell both other properties. That's entirely possible too. But again, the capital risks here are layoffs and less diversity in news choices. You know, when you're looking for your local news, you certainly want to hear multiple voices. I know one thing, when it comes to politics or something local, I want to hear 2 different perspectives. You know, a lot of times we want to keep opinion out of it, but you still want to hear 2 separate, or at least 2 different perspectives on certain things. So, yeah, you need more diversity in news voices, for sure. Let's move on to scenario 3. Scenario 3, and depending on your opinion, could be best case scenario, could be worst case scenario. This would be a block deal. This means the FCC, DOJ, SEC, somebody would block it and not allow it. So no deal, no change. Tegna remains independent. WATE and WBIR continue separately. Knoxville keeps 3 owners: Nexstar, Tegna, and Gray. Local competition impact. is a pro, but digital giants loom. Everything's moving digital, folks. It's coming, whether it's OTT platform, like your Roku apps or your Apple TV apps or things like that. That's definitely a possibility. A lot of folks don't even watch TV anymore. They look at YouTube and things like that. You're watching YouTube right now, so that's entirely a possibility. That said, Tegna, I know even in the time I was working for Tegna over 3 years ago, they were looking for a buyer, and that's I suspect if the FCC blocked this, they would go back on the market and try to sell again. I've heard rumors, don't know if it's true or not, that Sinclair was trying to buy Tegna, and obviously it sounds like Nexstar came in at a better rate. I'm speculating on that, but it's entirely possible that was the scenario there. It could be that they go back to the table and try to get Sinclair to buy them, which a Sinclair purchase would have no problem in our market, but you could have the same scenario in other markets. It's entirely possible. There's more likely than not several markets that conflict. You have a Tegna station and a Sinclair station, so you're back in this scenario all over again. All right, let's move on to the next one. The viewer impact. This is why why this matters to you. News diversity. You want you would have fewer personalities if merged. Jobs. We've talked about jobs consolidation, layoffs likely, and again, I have several friends at both stations. It could happen. Your cable bill, if you even have cable anymore, could go up because retransmission fees could increase. Did you know that your local TV station makes money from your cable subscription? That's right. They have to, your cable company has to pay to carry your local affiliates. So they're getting a piece of your cable bill too. And likely retransmit fees would go up and up. Finally, streaming. Stations may push to more digital apps, and that's not a may, that's going to happen. The digital apps are continuing to grow. Here's what to watch, the key signals ahead. FCC hearings and rulings in late 2025 through 2026. This is projected to close sometime in 2026 if this happens. There could be potential court challenges. Local station staffings could change in the short term, and there is an industry push for deregulation, along with an executive branch push for deregulation. Here's the conclusion and call to action. My particular market, Knoxville, is at a crossroad. The media is at a crossroads. There are three possible futures: spinoff, consolidation, or it's blocked altogether. Your local news may never look the same if this happens, because there won't be a divestiture down the road. It's going to keep consolidating until local TV is no longer a thing. Here's what you can do. Stay informed and support local journalism. Watch your favorite affiliates. Watch your favorite personalities on TV. Give them another try. And if nothing else, if you're not watching over the air or over cable, most TV stations now have a local app. I know, for instance, WBIR has the WBIR Plus app, and that's available on cell phones, OTT, Roku TV, Fire, Apple TV, all those things. Support them, download them, watch them. You need to be informed of what's happening in your neck of the woods. And also continue to subscribe here. I'm going to watch this very closely as this progresses over the next year or so. Again, I have so many friends still at the television station. I still talk to them quite frequently, and it's scary times. It's scary times, and my heart goes out to them. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, guys, what do you think? What do you think? Does this matter? Does local TV matter anymore? Let me know down in the comments. Do you watch the news still? The local news. We're not talking about NBC Nightly News or ABC World News Tonight or CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. Even though Dan Rather's not been on there in years, it still feels right to say his name. But do you still watch it? Get down in the comments and let me know. Just kind of curious. And let me know, too. Does your local market have an NBC or have a Nexstar or a Tegna station or both? Let me know down in the comments. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Stick around. More videos to come. 73s, everybody. AA4, WX, WSEB 693.